Boy, Superstar Fresh representing superstarblog.com. Here again with another sneaker vid. And as you can see, yep, 3 classic fucking sneakers. Bottoms are torn off, man. And this is that video I mentioned before that I said I was always going to make. I just had to dig in my closet and, shoe container or whatever, to go and find these sneakers. And as you can see, these 13s, these 18s, and these Barkleys all black CB4s, I believe, 34-4, I'm not sure. As you can see, they're in decent shape, you know what I'm saying? And from the left to right, as you could tell, my bad, but from the left and right, as you can see, the Barkleys, the 18s and the 13s, they go from least to most worn. And I always tell you guys, wear your kicks, because I'll say out of these 3, these are the shoes that I babied the longest. And as you can see, without, you know what I'm saying, fail, all 3 sole separations. And what's crazy is I was one of those guys that, initially bought shoes and was like, yo, in 2003, when people started really purchasing sneakers, these Barkleys were fucking ridiculous in DC, man. Everybody wanted a pair of CB4s, you know what I'm saying? CB4s, 34s, I can't remember, but everybody wanted a pair of this model Barkley. And when this all black pair came out, the triple black, Barkley, everybody had a pair. So I was like, yo, I'm going to put my shits up so I don't just walk around looking like everybody else. Because at that particular point in my life, I was like, yo, I'm tired of seeing motherfuckers wear the same shit that I wear. So I copped them because at that time I was working in Finish Line and I had a mean 60% discount, which was crazy, which I still had that today. But yeah, man, I had a mean 60% discount. So I was copping sneakers and keeping shit on hold all the time. So I ended up getting, these sneakers or whatever. And the wild part is, like I said, out of all 3 of these sneakers, these are out of all the shoes that are in my collection, these are some of the oldest that I have, but they're also some of the shoes that I've babied. And I'm saying that and keep repeating that because I always tell you guys wear your sneakers. And I should say, let me think. Let me choose my words wisely because this video is probably going to be picked apart. But yeah, let me say to my experience, I should say, the shoes I've worn the least and let sit the longest, this sole separation is happening. And what's crazy is these Barkleys, I didn't realize what was going on with the sole separation until I actually wore them to work like 2-3 years ago. And what happened was I was getting out of my car. Me and my wife were getting out of our car. And we were going to this old job I had when I used to actually be a bouncer. And my sole came right off my shoe while I was walking in. I was like, what the fuck? It was flapping. I was like, what's stuck to my shoe? I'm actually thinking it's like gum or something stuck to my heel. And it turns out half the sole was just flopping. And I was like, fuck. But yeah, I only wore those shoes probably 10, 11 times. Whereas with these 18s, I probably wore these, I would say, between 15 to 20. The 13s, I probably wore these probably between 20 and 30 times. That's why you see the toe box in here. But I was always mindful of my sneakers, watching what I stepped in, so on and so forth. So I didn't dog these by a long shot, but I also didn't really just go about, just stocking them completely. Now, I've heard, stories from speaking with other folks, especially I have friends who started collecting collecting, meaning rock and stock, literally 100%, not putting my foot in them, breaking the day stock nut, or putting them in a closet someplace. They legitimately, and I mean legitimately, have dead stock sneakers. I'm talking about like LeBron 8 South Beaches and all of that. And you can see the glue start yellowing, and I tell them all the time, bro, somebody's going to step in those shoes and the fucking soles are going to come off. And they've had soles come off. I'm talking about Jordan, Defining Moments pack sneakers that they just had doubles of. Because back in the day, you could get doubles of shit like that, even though the Defining Moments packs were expensive even back then. But you could double up, and, a lot of Nike Talk trading was going on. So I got friends with, specific versions of certain shoes that they may have wanted and swap packs with people or swapped half a packs with people. But yeah, they've walked in those shoes after years, and then all of a sudden, bam, the fucking sole just comes off. So I was making this video to show you guys that yes, this does happen, and to advocate, please wear your sneakers. And the reason I say that, because again, it's based on 100% my experience. The wild part is, look at these two sneakers. Those Dunks held up real well, I must say. So Nike, you're 100%. Like, Dunks are just, I don't know what it is. Dunks just hold up for a long time. The wild thing is, these two sneakers, this Dunk has come out the same year as the Barclays and the 18s. Those came out in 03. The 13s came out in 04. And that's the one, with the, the 3M on it. This actually, if I had my flash, it would light up. But yeah, back to these Dunks and these Flight Posits. These Dunks came out the same year as these three sneakers, and I would sit there and say to myself, well, maybe these three sneakers just have, shady soles or whatever. Could be true. But what I noticed about this sneaker, there's no sole separation at all. You know what I'm saying? As you can see, these things are really fucking clean, minus, just the obvious creases from me wearing these over the years. And I took the laces out, because I actually cleaned them up a little bit with some Angelus product, Easy Cleaner, which is marvelous, I must say. But yeah, man, as you can see, these look ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? These look crazy. And no sole separation whatsoever, on these Dunks. And the same situation with these. These actually came out in 01. And as you can see with these, there's no sole separation whatsoever. And this shoe, again, from left to right, I've worn these countless amount of times, at least 100. And the wild part is with these, as you can see from the top, this is all frayed and fucked up. Why? Because these were beaters. You know what I'm saying? These were everyday sneakers for me that I used to walk around constantly and dog the fuck out of these. I hooped in these. I've actually done that manual labor in these fucking sneakers. And I mean, like, fucking dug fucking trenches and shit one day because my boots fucked up. My Foam Posit boots from back in the day, the sole pulled off of those because I was working so fucking difficult. The sole came off of those because I babied those too, and it just stripped off the bottom. You know what I'm saying? While I was at work, so I ended up using these for about a week until I could find some steel toes, and these held up totally fine. I actually cut grass in these, like, for almost a year before I moved out of my mom's house. Grew up and got my own spot. And as you can see, it's shit chipping off the bottom. You know what I'm saying? With the carbon fiber, it's chipping off the bottom. You can see the yellow, the oxidation that's happening with the hologram. It ain't even all that flashy and cool looking no more. I beat these fucking sneakers to hell. I even took a Sharpie and for whatever reason decided, I was bored probably, and just colored in black on these. Like, I just fucking went to town with these. And as you can see, this is separating up top where the snap is, but the sole is totally fine. And I was saying to myself, is it something to rocking and stocking shoes? You know what I'm saying? Like, my thing is, I've noticed that I've never really experienced any sole separation when I wore my sneakers regularly. So my advice, truth be told, is, just wear your sneakers, man. I don't know if there's like some magic bag or magic box that allows you to preserve the glue on sneakers. But what I noticed is the longer you let your sneakers sit, what ends up happening is you'll start to notice the glue. If you get a pair, which happens, and if you have a number of shoes, you probably do. If you get a pair of sneakers where the glue starts to turn yellow, that's kind of a sign that the glue is starting to get hard. And that means that it's been sitting there and it's stiff. So it kind of gets like peanut brittle. And then soon as you fucking step down on your sneaker, you'll start noticing little shit like the sides separating or whatever. And because, the sides don't get as much glue or has as strong of a bond as, the middle of your actual sneaker, and the actual, I can't talk right now. But the actual, surface on the bottom of your foot, like, the inside of your foot, it's that's usually the last part to break down. But what you'll notice, what'll start happening is if you start wearing those shoes or for whatever reason you get water or something in it, water's going to travel, you know, it's raining. Water's going to travel the path of least resistance, and it's just going to creep all in there. And then eventually it's just going to, you know, as, you know, it gets warm and as the climates change inside your home, you'll notice that, you know, the bond, it'll just get weaker. You know what I'm saying? And then the next thing you know, you'll be like me. You'll be walking around like with these Bread 13s. I was with my little brother and my cousin. We were at the Martin Luther King Jr. Memorial. The Martin Luther King Jr. Memorial, the actual memorial in DC. You know what I'm saying? If you haven't seen it, it's dope. You should check it out. But yeah, we were there walking around, and then all of a sudden I realized the bottom of my shoe was off. I was like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? And if you've been down there and if you've driven, we parked by the Jefferson Memorial, which is like a 10-minute walk. So I had to walk back, somehow figuring out how to keep the bottom of my sole on my fucking sneaker. And then it just got finished raining, which was wild. But yeah, I got home and just pulled the rest of it off. So I was like, fuck this. I went and inspected the left sneaker, and I was like, damn, the left one is starting to do the same thing, which made me start checking the rest of the sneakers that I just had stored in my closet that I wore every once in a while. And I'm talking about since 03, 04, maybe once or twice a year. And that's what I mean by, you know, keeping, you know, not wearing your shoes regularly. And like I said, if you know of a dope ass method to store sneakers where the sole doesn't just split, then cool. I mean, I understand sneakers aren't meant to be kept forever, but at the same time, there's a couple of sneakers that you may have in your collection that just remind you of shit and you want to keep them. And you might have to go through preserving them like this, where you got to, you know, go through the soles getting fucked up. Thank goodness, you know, the actual midsole on these 13s aren't soft and rigid, where like the 90s pair where this joint, you know, you could just break it off like bad dandruff or some shit. But, you know, thankful for that's not happening. But again, this is why I constantly say, just in general, constantly say, wear your kicks, man, because that can honestly, in my experience, be the difference between this and this, which is a sneaker that you can wear, and if you treat it delicately, clean it, you know, make sure that you try not to get in those situations where you'll fuck it up. This is why you should rotate your sneakers, man, because your shit ends up looking like this and not like this. And I know I might catch some heat from the sneaker community saying, motherfucker, you don't know what the fuck you talking about. But I'll be honest, I'm just saying based on my experience. My experience and my experience alone. And from a couple of other people I know who have shoes that are 10 years older. Like, these shoes right here, like, I should say, this shoe right here is older than my youngest 3 siblings, which is wild. You know what I'm saying? Which is crazy. This sneaker is older than them. And I think these two came out when they were like one or two, and this one came out when they was 3. So it's just crazy how you know, you know, just in general with sneakers, you keep them for sentimental value, and this sneaker just means something for me, you know, something to me because my wife, when we were dating, got these for my birthday, which is dope, and I always want to keep these. And plus the Jordan 13s, especially the Bread colorway, I just love them. And these are, you know, I only own 3 pair of Jordans. These 18s, which I loved and everybody hated at the time. These Bread 13s and a pair of Trunners from back in the day that came out in like 03. Love those fucking sneakers. But yeah, man, I can't find them. I think they're at my mom's house. Whatever. Let me stop going on for a tangent. This video is long enough anyway. But yeah, I was just saying to you guys, that was some Tourette's ass shit. But no, I'm just saying to you guys, man, just wear your sneakers, man. That's the only way that I know, surefire way, that your sneakers won't fall apart. I mean, I'm not saying go skating in the motherfuckers. I'm not saying go fucking kick down the Empire State Building in them bitches. What I'm saying is, wear your kicks, man. You can treat them gingerly. If you want to go ahead and have sneaker wipes and all that other wild shit, then do that. It help preserve your sneakers, man. But I'll be honest, these 2 pairs, I was at a point where I was buying sneakers, but I didn't really care what the fuck was going on. And these 2 stood the test of time, man. I cut grass, shot hoops, did all that dumb shit in them. You know what I'm saying? Chase hoes, did all that. Got stung by bees. Climbed fucking ladders when I worked at Comcast back in the day. I did all types of shit in these 2 shoes. But these 3, I treated like fucking babies. And they got spoiled like a son bitch. And then guess what? They reward me with this cockamamie bullshit. Fucking soles coming off looking like Daffy Duck ass sneakers. But yeah, man, I'm gonna go ahead. I may film my process of me resoling these sneakers because I plan on doing that. The uppers are decent. I'm probably gonna re-dye these Jordans, even though the red on them looks pretty decent in the camera. But yeah, I could tell it faded a little bit just over the years. But yeah, I'm gonna probably re-dye these these suede joints too, and probably look into seeing how I can treat the suede just so it looks a little better. But yeah, and the same with these Barkleys, man, because shit's starting to chip on these. This is wild. Like, well, yeah, I think that's a chip. Yeah, see, it ain't lint or nothing. It's actually the suede on this is just going to shit because I had them for so long. But yeah, enough of my rambling, bros and chicks. You know what I'm saying? Sorry, I got to be PC. It's 2016, you dig? But yeah, man, it's been 15 minutes. I appreciate you guys fucking with your boy. And I appreciate you guys, man. Just all the love, all the support that you guys have. And I decided to shoot this video because, you know, I was off. I ain't really had shit to do. And somebody actually asked about it. So that's good shit, man. I appreciate y'all, man. That y'all really listen to what the fuck I'm saying. Because sometimes I think I be talking to my motherfucking self. But it is what it is. That's just me being crazy. You dig? But yeah, man. Again, wear your kicks, man. Because you would rather them look like this than to look like this. You know what I'm saying? So rock your kicks, have fun, create your memories, man, and reminisce. You know what I'm saying? Collect. Happy shoe collecting to all you guys out there. And you guys are awesome. Thank you for following the brother on Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat at MLMENT. Thank you for liking, subscribing, and sharing a brother's videos because you guys are so awesome. And I really, really appreciate it. You guys have a great, wonderful, and productive, peaceful, and awesome motherfucking weekend. Woo! Signing off, superstarblog.com, Superstar Fresh. Y'all have a great day.